Hello, hello, hello. Don't panic. I'm right here. I am right here. I actually just finished a lesson. The reading lesson I do with the young adult, the beautiful young lady. I call her Miss Beautiful. Obviously, I don't say her name, it's a bit sensitive. But we had a wonderful time. She's getting much better in her reading. Yeah. She read some books like for, I guess this would be in the juvenile section, or the like teens, preteens, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And what I love about her, she has a good sense of humor. She enjoys those books a lot, yeah. Then we went on, we read some things. I had a copy from the newspaper. I'm challenging her. So we easing into it. She read like some ads, some menus, yeah, some different announcements and so on. Then next thing we'll read something more detailed. And we composed a poem to a fun exercise. So to show her she's able to challenge herself, do things she's not accustomed to, and more importantly, in challenging yourself, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. And when you can reach the stage that you can laugh at yourself, what happens? You grow in confidence because you stop worrying. Suppose I try to do this poem now and I can't rhyme properly and it doesn't sound good, and that's part of the whole fun, exploration and so on. So yeah, she did a poem there because the time we agreed, she ended up getting here about 20 minutes later. So underestimated the traffic because we know this is the long weekend, the long Easter weekend. So tomorrow is going to be a Good Friday holiday, and then Monday is also a holiday. So when she thought she was leaving work early to get here, everyone else was thinking the same way. Let's leave early and get on the road. And when she thought she was going like off course, what we would call the back roads to take the shortcuts, everyone else was thinking the same way once again. So it is what it is. But we had a wonderful time together. So when we were thinking about what topic should we use for the poem, I said, but of course, the traffic. And there it was, the traffic in Barbados, bad. It just made me feel so sad, sad, sad. And it was fun. And I performed it for her. And she felt very proud of her poem, and I was very proud of her. Oh, yes, I was. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Anyhow, I just jumped in here and went straight talking about myself. That's a bit selfish of me, is it? So tell me about you. How are you doing? How was your day? Are you excited? Happy to have a long weekend? Where you are, is it even a long weekend? Because I know in some places it's still open on like Good Friday and Easter and so on. How are you feeling? Tell me about your day. And tell me if it's going to be a long weekend for you or not. I have a friend, I've spoken about him before. Um, Tony, I have two Tonys. One I call Tony the Tiger. He also spent some time in the UK, but he lives here now. He's at the Navy. Something both he and his wife, his recently passed wife, they were both involved. I think it's the Navy in terms of that sea service. But he lives here now, but the one I'm referring to now is the one that is presently in London, who is, as you would say, a cancer warrior. Getting treatment. So every day he messages me, the sun is out, but it feels so cold, and I'm missing Barbados. Especially he used to surf, so he misses that a lot, as I can imagine. Or ride jet skis and so on. So the day he messaged all happy, would you believe it? The sun is out, and I can actually feel it. I can actually feel the warmth of the sun. And then he went on and he said the robins, the birds, they're out and they're singing so sweetly, and the robin has the orange breast, and I'm gonna go outside and try and feed the birds now. I was very happy and excited for him, because I can imagine it's not nice. I remember there was a time when it was like days, probably weeks of consistent rain, day after day after day, and it started getting a lot of flooding up there, yeah, in the UK. So now he's actually having some sunshine. I know my UK family, my London family especially, you're not getting me up there. You're not getting me out there for spring this time around, but very happy for you that you're getting a bit of warmth. Huh? Let me send some more warmth out there to you. Yeah, we had a bright sunshiny day here. Usual Barbados weather. It was a good washing day. I did some washing. Shout out, hello, Aaliyah Stewart Styles. You could get a big shout out from me, Aaliyah. A big, 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 big sunshiny shout out, Aaliyah. Hello, Aaliyah, 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 Aaliyah. I'm happy to see you. Yeah, thanks so much for passing by. You can always get shout outs over here. Hello, Mikey. Hi, Aaliyah and Sienna. Those are beautiful names. You know what question I'm going to ask next? If you know the meaning of your name, but very beautiful names. Hello. I'm very happy to meet you. Okay, Red Square says, hello, this is Donald Trump. Please stay out of the sun today. It's too late. I already was out in the sun. And I just came in from being out in the sun. I was out in the sun to hang out my laundry. I just went, I picked up the laundry and I wet the plants. And even you can see me sitting down and the sun is shining on me here now, right? So it's a bit too late. You are most welcome. It's my pleasure. You like my glasses? Yeah. It might be a bit too late now, but I have to make an appointment for my daughter and I to go and get our checkup. So maybe I'll be getting new ones, maybe not, but yeah, the color. Thank you very much. Are you subscribed? I'm so honored to have you, both you and Sienna. Yeah, I'm so happy. Happy. You are my sunshine. I was trying to remember. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Da 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 da. When skies are gray, I don't know how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. You're beautiful too, Aaliyah. You have a beautiful spirit. Yeah? So if no one else told you that today, I am telling you that. Yeah. I'm very pleased. Very happy to have you here. So how was your day? How did you spend your day? Anything you want to tell me, you could tell me where you're from. Anything. It's fine. Yeah. So I'm going to do some more talking now. Because I was saying I was hugging the show that I came on and I just jumped into it with my energy self, I was really excited about the lesson and the time it was beautiful though, so you have to excuse me. Yeah, it comes like a sisterhood, Yeah. I'm so privileged to be able to be on that journey with her. So it's some time teaching, some time working on the reading, and then time spent just reasoning and sharing. So she told me this Saturday now she's going on a hike. It seems like I'm the only person that's not into hiking, that doesn't really go on hike. It seems the whole of Barbados, everybody's into hiking, Yeah, so she's going on one on Saturday, and she's excited about it. I'm excited for her too. But on Saturday, I normally teach. I have a little girl that comes here on Saturdays, but she's not coming this Saturday because I am going to a workshop. Guess what I'm going to learn? I am going to learn how to make puppets. Yeah, my own like sock puppet, or even the ones you can hold with the sticks and so on. Yeah. I'm excited about it. Imagine that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice time. And the place where it's going to be held is it an old plantation house or like an old factory? Anyhow, they've transformed it. I think it's going to be like a market day. A lot of different entrepreneurs and vendors and stuff too. Should be a nice little line. But I'm really excited about that. Learn that. And of course, next time after Saturday when I do that, I'm going to come on and I'm going to be Y'all are gonna get tired of me. Gonna be, look, I made this myself and give it a name and everything. Yeah. And the lady who's doing it is a children's author. Yeah. You know, I highly recommend like surrounding yourself with people who they don't have to be exactly into the things that you're into, but you know, positive persons and persons that you could look on and see like this is something that you're interested in. Like how I'm interested in children and I teach and I like writing. And I think I got a children's story or two. I don't even want to say buried inside me to think that it's so far down in there, but somewhere inside me, I have a lot of stories waiting to give birth to. Yeah. So it's like part of the excitement is the puppet, and part is just to share that space with her, being that she's a children's author. Shout out to you, Cherise. Cherise. I feel like I tie my tongue. Cherise Harris. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful soul. It's going to be nice. Tomorrow I'm either going to spend some time with a friend of mine or I'm going to just stay home and rest myself. Nothing's wrong with that. Right, Saturday is the puppets. Sunday is going to be church and the beach. I'm going to get to the beach. I'm going to get to the beach. I'm going to get to the beach. And the church is like literally across the road from the beach anyway. So yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I don't have any plans for Monday as yet. I'm giving you my whole schedule. Yeah. But what I came on, you know, I give my long intro to talk about today. As you see, I put the title there saying, take out the trash. I am in the process. I shared a bit of it the last time that I'm decluttering, spring cleaning, whatever you will call it. I'm doing it with intention because did I mention that we have finally completed the tiling of the extension to the house? I'm very happy about that. So the next thing we're going to be doing now, we already have the cupboards built, but we're going to be getting the cupboards installed and then open up. In other words, there's going to be no barrier. That sounds like a spiritual thing, actually. No barrier between the old and new in terms of the house. Where I am from. Oh, I look pleasant. Thank you very much. In Bath, Street Life. Street Life, okay. These interesting names. Thank you very much for that. I am from Barbados. I'm in Barbados, in the Caribbean. Do you know about Barbados? Other than that, Rihanna is from here. Do you know about Barbados? Let me know. NBA, yeah, NBA. I call you NBA. You follow basketball? My nephew is a basketball coach in Canada. You want to look him up? He's called Coach Small. Yeah. In Canada. 55. Okay. Yeah, it's really nice meeting you. So do you play basketball or you just like basketball? You like to follow basketball? If you follow basketball, next thing is what team do you like? What team you support in basketball? Get it to know. Your age is 55. You're the second best ball player in the world. So who's the best? Let me hear you. I love the confidence. Huh? I'm loving it. You gotta tell me the team. I'm gonna keep talking as I wait on you. Yeah, so I'm in the process of decluttering. It's something I enjoy. Listen, you know how some people struggle to let go of things? I take a lot of joy in that right now. So today I went through a suitcase I had here with a lot of different things down in there. Some that I had long forgotten about. And it was so interesting. You know what it makes me think about? You know, anybody? Chicago. Michael Jordan, yes, of course. Of course, Michael. You follow the Chicago Bulls. Okay. Nice. It's really nice, yeah. Those were the days, boy. Basketball fan. Yeah. So, right, I said it makes me think about like time capsules. I think we did one at school, but maybe it's not time like to go and yeah, we did one at graduation day from secondary school. I wonder when it's gonna be time to go and open that up now. Yeah, but as I was going through the suitcase, that's the kind of feeling it gave me. Your first love is basketball. So how long have you been playing basketball? You told me you're 55. How long that you started from like a tender age? I know like sport means a lot. It means a lot to people. I have a close friend. He's into basketball, and his son is away at college now with basketball. And then sometimes you have to be very careful with the injury. He had a challenge with his knee. Of course, that's okay, James Morris. I'm very pleased to meet you. Imagine you had to tell me that. That's perfectly okay. I'm pleased to meet you. All right. Nice name, James. My name is Jessica. I don't know if I said my name, Jessica. They call me Auntie Jessica. But James is a strong name. Yeah. It's nice meeting you. Control is key and yes, yeah. So you will be playing like more so defense or like scoring. What are your strengths? Are you like all round good at everything? In Barbados, I guess the big thing is a lot of cricket. You not know Auntie Jessica? That make me sound old to say Auntie. That's just a Caribbean thing. The way that you said it though, you not know Auntie Jessica. All right, Jessica then. Yeah. I gotta get somebody that joke. Because I do remember there was a time when they say, you must stop introducing myself or sitting on a pen as Auntie Jessica because there's more to me than just Auntie Jessica. So thank you for reminding me of that. Oh, but I don't know what's your connotation of it. But I said, like for us in the Caribbean, it's just it's like respect. That's what an adult would call an older person. Yeah. And it comes to you treat, your friends as your own. So they must be like Mrs. Taylor, which is my surname, would be Auntie Jessica. But I get you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So I was going through my suitcase and I found some things. I found like some things from like when I was doing this writing course, which I don't know what to say famous or infamous, but I'm a person sometimes I start things and I don't finish because I have so many different talents and so many different interests. But we're working on that in this 2026. Yeah, we're being more consistent. Even if we start things and we take a break for a long time, we're going back there and we're picking up and we're going forward. Something I'm very proud about. I don't know for you, if some of you out there, if you find, yeah, let me get to know things about each other and encourage each other. Do you say that you're a person that procrastinates? Are you a person that sometimes you start things and you don't finish them? You know, are you a person that you take lonely? If you have something like a dream or something you want to go and do, you get all busy in your head thinking you must have it all perfect. This time it's just like a delaying tactic because probably you're scared, but you think you're like that. Pick a corner and start there. You had 4 full closets of clothes? Really? Oh, wow. And you scale down or you still have it like that? I think I'm more like not to the point of being minimalist now, but I at the stage that I wanna like have less clutter I have the place opened up, you know. Even like as I say, when I get this barrier here removed now, I want the place kind of open, the kitchen and dining room. Just want to feel like kind of free, not closed in. Yeah. Oh, you like fashion? You bless. That's so beautiful. Yeah, you like a. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to you. Welcome, Kelly. I'm happy to see you. We shall thank Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. If nobody else made you feel appreciated today, let me make you feel appreciated. I'm very happy to have you here. God turned out late just now. Yeah. You really into your fashion? But I'm glad that you said that you bless others though. Yeah. So what kind of fashion you like? Like, I don't know if you would say, I get that a lot. I have a kindred spirit. And you know something else? People always think that like some other person or like I'm related to someone. I used to say I seem to have a very sometimes I would make a joke about it like is it that my forefathers were really like spreading the oats or something or I just have this really familiar face until I was in this health food place and there you go again. This gentleman asked me, "Are you so and so? Are you related to so and so?" I said, "No." If you know how many times people ask me, I said, "I think you have a familiar face." He said, "No, it's that you have a familiar spirit." And I like that. I like that interpretation, so I latched on to that. Yeah, that people just feel that connection, or I don't know, but I like it. I don't worry about it now. You love suits and dress clothes, but my basketball attire. Ah, yes, which is understandable, yeah. So you're probably like a sharp dresser then. I would like to see. That's really nice. So you have like your own brand or anything, or you, I don't know, you follow particular brands or how you do it? Yes, you have your own brand. Okay, you're pretty talented. I like that. Let me turn on the light. I like that a lot. Yeah. You see what I said about just kind of joining and attracting people into similar things. When I say similar, like fellow creative, so to speak. Yeah. I challenging myself with crochet now. I haven't tried no, don't let me lie. I tried a hat. And I had this crochet hat. Rather big. When I started off, I thought it was too small. And then suppose if the pattern said increase to a certain stage and then decrease. I said they didn't make this for anybody with a big head because when they're telling me decrease, they think I can get around my head. And they went and they increase. And they got away from me and they increased quite a lot when I needed to rein it in and start increasing. So it was big. But the project that I've completed so far is a blanket. It's really beautiful. And it's like a nice neutral kind of cakey color. And I want to now make some beautiful pink flowers and put on it. Yeah. And now I'm working on another one that's going to be a gift to my mom. And that one's going to be nice too. I might do flowers or I might put on like cowrie shells. But I love relating and interacting with people who express themselves. You realize that I was tall when I got up just now? I'm 6'2". I know I've never played basketball. Wasting the height now. Yeah. Oh, it was a delayed, yes, no problem. I always said I was going to learn that. But you chose sewing, okay. You with the lenses screw, the only the only requirement is glasses. Really, people like they're really into glasses now. Glasses now come like a fashion thing, yeah. These are my prescription glasses. I have contacts too, but I seldom wear my contacts. I mostly will wear my contacts if I'm going to the beach, obviously, yeah. And maybe like if I have a night out, I go out and wear my glasses. But I find to wear them in the office, I mean, the air condition would be bothering me. But I might start doing it just for change because I have beautiful brown eyes. Yeah. And maybe just get some drops or something they could use, like to moisturize the eyes. I'll see. I'll give it a try. But yeah, I realize glasses now are a whole fashion statement, especially, one time you never would want to be wearing these strong glasses. It used to be like you would be wearing them that you could hardly notice the frames. See how the fashion changes? I know people wear these like really oversized and big frames and everything. Yeah. Oh, you're 6'3.5". You're not much taller than me. Yeah, you wear glasses too. Okay, you're nearsighted. You know something about wearing glasses too, that you really should be giving yourself a break. Look at the kind of things that we talk about. I love it, no? You should be giving yourself a break. Like if you wear glasses, take them off sometimes and just try to train yourself to look at things in the distance. That ideally your eyesight should be able like to improve then. Not that you're so dependent on it and every time you go it has to be a stronger prescription. Yeah. It's something that seems so basic, no, but you never thought, you just thought like it's a hopeless thing, you were forever wearing glasses, but it's not. And another thing too is changing your diet, but when you get me started on the wellness, that's like a rabbit hole with me. I'm very big on wellness. Yeah. Oh, you do that good. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it. Every time I come here, I get some kind of homework, something that I need to start working on. So that's gonna be it. Training the eye. Yeah, taking a break from the glasses. Yeah, you should do it. And then over time, you will find that you could see a lot better. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I find like a lot of people are getting cataracts. I don't know if it's like exposure to the sun and the sun is more intense now or what, but like before when you talk about cataracts, you'll be like, you're thinking about like my grandmother or my grandfather, that kind of age. Now people like in their a lot of different things that you didn't see much before and you're seeing a lot of it. And another thing, vitiligo. The thing that they said Michael Jackson had, like when you get the whitening of the skin and so on. I see a lot of people with that now. Once again, you would hardly like you would be so unaccustomed that like you would catch yourself like staring. Sad to say, but that's how it would be. No, it's pretty commonplace. And it's not that people were hiding before and they're not. Well, probably that's a part of it, but you're actually seeing more people, yeah, know than before. Your job gives you, oh, yeah, a good coverage and so on from your job. That's very good. That is great. Older women think you're older by conversation. Like how old sort of think you are? Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. I'm really glad. I don't know if you're leaving me now, but I really enjoying chatting with you. And that you share a lot about yourself, especially your fashion and your ball. Yeah. And just like coming on here, most times I come on with the intention to share about something, get so caught up getting to know people, which is probably as it should be. Yeah. I really enjoy getting to know you. Then tell me your name if you're comfortable sharing it. And as you told me, I'm not Auntie Jessica. The name is Jessica, right? Without the auntie. Oh my. Alright, so the glasses. Take off the glasses. Yeah. Got that down. Some of these people can't handle it's true. And some come on like just looking for strife and so on. But we all have our different mental challenges. That's how I don't engage it and get worked up over that. It's so boxing. Oh, that's so boring. The other day a guy came on and he said, hello, Whoopi Goldberg. I was like, I hear my locks. Yeah. And something about what you people are whining about. No, you people, But those kind of things, you don't get a response from me with those kind of things. Not at all. Henry, hello, Henry. It's really nice to get to know you. Pleased to meet you. Yeah. Also a name you don't hear too often now, right? Yeah. That's a nice name. You know the meaning of your name? I always ask that. Very often people do not. My name means wealthy. So someone here told me, yeah, that's going to suit you. Jessica, be wealthy. And I said, yeah, let me own that. Let me take that on. I said to a beautiful woman, her skin looks dry. Oh, yeah, because you see, sometimes people are not comfortable with themselves and they don't know how to accept these things. They get very defensive, yeah. And I would say we women, I don't know if it's just a Caribbean thing either, but I find women are very aggressive. I see it a lot in in traffic, right? In driving on the road, yeah. Women seem to be very aggressive, and some of it I put down to because they're forced to. Because in some, in some cases, they have to be the ones to show up and be there for their children. They get so accustomed, we must be strong, we must be strong, we must be strong, that we don't allow ourselves to be soft. So it's a big thing for me. It's one of my, I don't do New Year's resolutions and so on, but one of the areas that I'm looking at in terms of growth and things like that, I told myself right now I'm in my season to slow down and to be soft. And I tell myself what soft life looks like. But some people know when you talk about soft, they think, but that's a wimp. That's a pushover. It's nothing like that. You can be soft and you can still be strong. Right? Yeah. So when I talk about soft, and I just picture myself giving myself grace. Wow. As this is slowing down. Not this kind. I don't have it in me really, this kind of hustle thing. I could strive and I could work towards things, but I don't want to feel rushed, like hustle, chase. If that's you and, for other people that could work for, fine, but that's not for me. I want to take time to connect. And when I talk to somebody, look them in their eyes and understand what is being said, and more so understand what is not being said, if that makes sense. Home ruler. I understand you were paying her a compliment. I understand you. I understand you. But she got all defensive. Right? This is what happens. I understand you perfectly. And a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people are like that. Just naturally beautiful. Yeah. hmm I like makeup. I like to see. For me, I'm not big on makeup, but I like to see people wear makeup in a way that looks natural. Like you accentuating your natural beauty. Not that it looks like a completely different thing, like a mask. Thing. Um, yeah. I guess that's the direction it's gone now. The eyebrows and the eyelashes and the different things. That's where it's at. Hello, Anthony. How are you today? How was your day? I'm happy to see you. When you say she was different, how so? Like in terms of her understanding of herself? What do you mean when you say she was different? All right, let me talk while I wait on you. I actually don't have a problem with silence. I'm very good at silence. It's not everybody can handle the silence. Some feel awkward, but I think it's a real beautiful thing, an intimate thing when you could just feel comfortable to be silent with someone. But as I was talking about taking the trash out, so what I said, right, I said that I had found some books and so on from this writing course I was doing. I started, I didn't finish it. So I said, you know what, these are not going to be thrown out because I'm going to look and I'm going to follow. And even if it's obviously the time has passed, it's not like I would be submitting it to anybody, but for the personal satisfaction, I'm going to follow through and do these exercises and so on. I found some different things I had written down like as inspiration for my writing. Sometimes I read something and it evokes something in me, or I might watch something or something like that. I make a note of it. Yeah. I saw actually two trophies. A trophy I won like for a competition. It was a poetry competition. There was one from this quiz something at church. A prize I got for another competition. And when I had entered this like this literary endowment that you would either send in like a short story or like a collection. It doesn't have to be a short story, it would be a full published, maybe short stories. Yeah, or like a collection of poems. And I sent in these collection of poems. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why these people then put me like as the winner or place in this competition at that time. And when I read it now, like it sounds so kind of cheesy to me. Like I was just focusing on trying to rhyme, and like that time I had it written, and I was like, yeah, yeah, and like, and this part sound hot, and then it's gonna blend down with this, and to read it now, just to show you how interesting it is, how you grow. I was like, imagine you were up in your feelings about like what's the issue and why these people couldn't see fit to award you. Her cooking, her strong feminine voice, her look, her feel, and the excitement. Wow. Wow. That's so beautiful. It sounds like she really made an impact on you. They're all over you. You take, yeah, I'm taking a married. Bingo, your game. It sounds like that woman really made an impact. Yeah, people fall over me, it's true. Yeah. Looks, but especially my spirit, as I tell you. My spirit, yeah. I have a very I have a strong spirit, but at the same time it's a playful spirit, a kind of childlike spirit. I did this thing, one of the things I started, but for this year I shared already, I said slowing down, cultivating, having that softness, right? This is me for this year. Another thing I said, 2026 is not going to be a year for me where I find myself always repeating myself. It really annoys me, whether in my house or in any sphere where I interact. I don't want to be. If I find I say it once and I'm saying it twice, you're either not interested, you're not listening, something. Let us agree to disagree, or, you know, I'm not repeating myself. Caribbean women used to be good to me, but you were unaware at the time. Okay. Yeah, but from the way that you describe her, as if you had a strong connection with her. Yeah. Yeah, but people like that kind of, they may have that good energy. They like that. Oh, right, while I was sharing, I started like in my workplace. I say, because I'm not about this kind of toxic thing. My own corner must be like an area of positivity. So I just had like a bulletin board, like a whiteboard. And each month I would put something like the first month I said, what is your word for 2026? Or, what's your goal or something? People share different things. Ideally, what I wanted is for people to open up, because one of the big issues obviously is people feeling like you could trust somebody and you could share things and so on. You made it simple by saying if someone has something for you, they will give it. Okay. All right. Understood. Simple. Very simple. Yeah. Right. So ideally, I wanted like people would share things. But they wrote it in a general way. That was fine. That was January. Then February, it was what? Oh, but February was like Valentine's time. February was what I love about you. So you were supposed to pick somebody, one person, get in their name out there more than once. So you would pick somebody and say, like, this we like about Henry, this what I like about James, this what I like about Jessica. That started out good, and then somebody said, but I want to write something about let me say Lisa, for example. I want to write something about Lisa, but if I say something about Lisa, the others are going to get jealous, and then they would maybe say, Lisa's supervisor, I shouldn't be writing it. There we go. And then March was something, what am I working on? So again, I wanted the individual kind of things that we could be like cheering on each. That was the vision, cheering on each other and holding each other accountable and giving that encouragement, you know. So for mine, I said I'm working on completing this auditor's course that I was doing, not financial auditing, an auditor's course. So someone came and said, how is the course coming along? I said, I really haven't looked at it recently, to be honest, because I have a lot of different things I have to do at work. And somebody shared completing my studies at university. Maybe one person put health and fitness, but most people wrote it in a general way, getting close to God and staying positive. And actually, though, it's going to chip away, and people are going to open that, right? But yeah, I guess it will take some time. So when I go back out to work now next week for April, I'm going to put how can we pray for each other, and I will share for my covers to be installed, just for the sake of putting something personal. I will put that. Some love the chase. Jealousy is love and hate, but the weakest emotion there is. You were hospitalized. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you doing better now? I hope so. I hope that everything is all right now, and that you will. I pray you will continue to be in good health. Right? Well, you heard me say I try not to. I actually love one of the things I'm passionate about is health and wellness. But I find when I get started, because I'm passionate, I go on and on and on. So I try not to go there today. But what I would say is, I think we gotta realize like we understand our bodies better than anybody else, you know. So you know when something feels off balance, you gotta be able to trust yourself. You gotta be able to get to understand your own body. One of the ways to do that is like fasting, and then well as you can tolerate it, and then as you add different things, like peel away the layers thing, you know, and then as you add different things, you get to understand what your body can really tolerate from what it does and how you feel when you use something. Yeah. Yes, I very, very passionate, very passionate, very. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wish like healthcare, like we would spend a lot more time like empowering people. For example, like say when I was younger, I used to get a lot of issues with my sinuses, right? And I would go to the doctor and he would just be like, but you're gonna take this medicine and these repeats. I don't like having to take medicine so all the time, you know, from young. This medicine that, you know, this is the season now, like the allergy season, or like in Barbados we would say it's the Sahara dust season. Just what it's called Sahara dust, that comes off the Sahara, yeah. And it comes here and it affects us here in the Caribbean. So a lot of people that asthmatic, sinus, and so on. So he would be like, but this is the season now, so I'm going to give you these tablets to take. This time, this medication has got you like feeling lousy and drowsy, and you want to be about that. And then you're going to get like 3 or 4 repeats. Which is all, when it's all well and good, I guess he's doing things in accordance with his training. But suppose we were to tell people, well, like your sinuses and so on, this is all a part of like inflammation in your body. Maybe we could look at leaving out some dairy. Maybe we could look at cutting back on cheese, milk, sweet things. You understand me? Different things that cause that. We ain't telling you don't still live, but maybe, see how you could do things differently and see how things would change. Yeah. So when I reach the point now that I change up my diet, I hardly remember like when it's this season from the other season, because I don't get those problems anymore. You're going on yes, yeah. And there was a time when I thought like, fast? I can't fast. Give me an hour or two without food, and I feel I would get a bad feel or be feeling ill or something like that, or get cranky. I know sometimes I could go like So like 2 o'clock into the afternoon and so on, and just water if anything, hydrate. And it may be actually still functioning and so on. It's a very good thing to do for your body, yeah. And if you could do it and like be eating as naturally as possible, like your fruit and different things, or if you could just like tolerate it for a day, I'm mostly just liquids. You think that I would cry if I seen you? That I would cry if you saw me and then left? Oh, I don't think I would cry though. I don't think I would cry at all. You think I would cry? But I'm glad that you're taking good care of yourself. Yeah. So I share about the writing. What else I found in the suitcase now? They had some things like from when my daughter was in school. I remember when she had to pass the exam, like to go from primary to secondary school. All that went with that. I know she's past that stage and gone on, and she's studying like at a tertiary institution now. She has her own little tribe, her little supportive tribe, and just different seasons to go through. I found this card that my brother he drinks. I don't know if it's the latest, but I don't hear him too often. I guess people will use the term like functional alcoholic, but he drinks but he can't function. He likes to work. Yeah. So I found he had sent me this Christmas card. Merry Christmas to you and family. And then this little letter. You don't hear me from too often, but I do love you, sister. And I'm going to try to change my old ways and send me a photo, which I think at the time I did send him a photo of the family and so on. Yeah. But you got to understand what you hold on to and what you need to release. And I felt very good, even some things that were sentimental things. And I felt, I freely, when I say release them, like just got rid of them and so. Yeah. I was listening to the cat. Yeah, how long I've been on. Hey, when I come on here, the time gets away from me, Yeah, I always enjoy the company here. Right, so I share some things. I share about the writing, like the projects, things that I've started and have not finished that I'm gonna go back and see through a certain way. I share about my daughter's journey at school and so on. I share about my brother, those sentimental things. I came across this thing from when I had not long started working, and someone had to do an assessment on me, like a report, and they gave it and had it like with full A's, like perfect assessment. You work well and so on. But after, and they changed it. Suppose initially it was 8 A's. They had it changed to 4 A's and 4 B's. And if initially they would have written down, suppose I have to write a part, no, but if I'm suitable for this job. Initially everything was perfect, and then they came back, I'm suitable, I can handle like most aspects, In other words, everything kind of leveled down. I wasn't the only person. It had affected maybe 3 of us in the office. And the other persons just signed because they were like, well, they ain't much different between the A and the B. And I said, no, as a matter of principle, you can't be doing that because you're assessing me on my performance from last year. Here we are in April of the current year. And you give me something today, and you come back like days later, and you have it changed up. How my performance changed between today and a few days from we in a different year altogether. And if you're going to do that, you got to show me what it is that I must do to improve myself to get me better. But you got to be able to justify it. And I wrote this strong thing. And I said this time people probably thought like, You know, Jessica, like, she's a maverick, or like, she's some strange person, or what she really fussing and getting herself worked about is still a positive thing when you making all the fuss. But it was the principle of the whole thing, yeah. But I don't know for myself, no. If I would react like that, no. If I would probably just let it slide, I don't know. But I looked at that and I was like really proud, you know. I said, girl, you really stood up for yourself at that time. Yeah. I say you really stood up for yourself. Girl, I had it broken down like it was some lawyer or somebody that gave the argument and the counter. Yeah, it was. I had completely forgotten about that. It was nice to see that. I kept that. Yeah, I didn't throw it out. And I can't think of anything else that stood out to me. But as I have felt so strong doing that exercise, as always, I say, you know what, this is not just for me. Let me come on and share and give some encouragement to somebody. How easy sometimes we think it's so difficult to let things go, but then you reach a point and you surprise yourself how easily you could just let things go and how light you feel when you do it, you know? Yeah. I guess it's like in all things mental though, you gotta be there mentally. You gotta reach that stage to be able to do that mentally. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Most definitely. Gone quiet on me now. Yeah, I can soon leave y'all. Go what time it is. Okay. Next thing on evenings is the daily chat with mom. You still have your parents are still around? My mom is 92. She turned 92 in February, the day before Valentine's. Yeah. So the daily chat with mom is like a big thing on evenings. Although sometimes, obviously, she tells me things that she's told me many times before, but that's fine. Yeah. So that's a big part of my day. And I'm going to give you a little more silence because another thing is I don't force anything in my life, right? So if I feel to just pause and just hold space and just like wait on whoever and just be quiet and still here in this moment, I do that. Yeah. If I feel, very much like to share something, I do that. Like the last couple of times, sometimes I come and I've been singing or reading something from my Bible. I don't feel to do that right now. One of the ideas I had that like today is what they call Maundy Thursday. Like, is to commemorate when Jesus had washed the disciples' feet. They haven't been to one of those services in a long time. I like it. It's a beautiful thing. It's something I like to do. Like it's an act of humility, not just on this day, but like for my loved ones in general, like washing someone's feet. Yeah, I think it's a real beautiful thing. Sometimes I see like when people get married and instead of doing the whole, they call it a garter, right? Instead of the man removing the lady's garter and throwing it, he goes and he washes her feet. I think that's so beautiful. Yeah. But that's something I like, and because your feet, like, you know, I used to kind of scar yourself, like, you would touch my feet, like, my feet dirty. I had me a glorious pedicure last week. Yeah. But it's really a beautiful thing to do, an intimate thing to do. So I had that idea to do that, and it's beautiful. But then I thought better of it. I said maybe we're not quite there yet. But just as a young mother and somebody taking the time to try to do something to make herself better for her sake and for the sake of her child too, you know, um, just like to pour into her a certain way. I can do it though. I don't have to do it today because today is the official day, like the Monday, Thursday. I'm going to come to a point that I'm going to do that, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's actually something, even when I talk about the whole balance, it's something you have a vision like catering to people's feet. because our feet carry a lot of our load. Our feet keep us grounded. Our feet are often forgotten. And that your head and your neck, that you can have a head and a neck massage. Because I, for myself, when I first started going getting massages, I used to have so much tension in my neck, boy. Even like my therapist, it's getting a bit hot. Even like my therapist, she would be like sighing and like, your neck is supposed to feel this. I used to get a lot of tension like from my neck and going down. I don't get it anymore. Yeah, that's such a beautiful thing that I'm able to say I don't get it anymore. But in the vision that I have, is catering to persons in terms of your head and your neck and your feet. And for the feet more so than the aesthetics and the like the pedicure and the beautiful, like the polish and the different designs and so on. That's really not for me. I don't like things with like harsh smells and so on anyhow. But it's more like a detox. It's more like a cleaning. It's more like a, really clear for the feet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of ideas, a lot of different things you're going to do. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. Yeah, but I didn't have anything that stood out to me in terms of sharing from the Bible today. In terms of the feet, though, there's this young lady. She calls herself prophetess and so on. I haven't watched her much lately. She's here in Barbados, so she comes and she shares. Very fiery, very direct, and so on. But she's also a beautician, and I used to see her sharing things like she gives people pedicures and so on. I'd be like, well, because sometimes these feet, not in terms of what she's doing, but the state of the people's feet, one look so great. And then the time she was delivering a message, and she said along the same lines what I'm sharing with you, like it takes a lot of humility. Like if a lot of you out there had to deal with the feet of the people that come in here, you would not even want to touch those feet. But you got to be able like to see the people for who they are and so on. Yeah. And to be really like to see the humanity in the people, so to speak. Peace is not that it's very. You get massages in Atlantic City. Pisces, I'm a Scorpio, both on water signs, right? Yeah. I should have let you guess what I am, yeah. I don't know all the different things, like this one is good with this one, and I'm not into it that deep, but I know for the things I hear about Scorpio, I know I'm Scorpio straight through. Loyal to a T, but go flat out for your friends, your loved ones, and so on. Do not get on as we say, get on the bad side. Yeah. We don't forget in either direction. They go all out, all out, all out, all out. Right? For people that I care about. Yeah. I'm also a person like if I'm in a room, and it doesn't even have to be loved ones, but like if I'm in a room and like someone's being disrespected or something, I'm not like somebody that would just sit down, and accept. I'm a person that would speak up about things. Yeah, I'm like that. Mm-hmm. But as they say, when they reach the stage that you've run out of chances, then well, that's it. It's not really much coming back from there. So as I say, you know how it is with the Scorpios. Very passionate. Atlantic City Stray Cat is huge. I get you. I get you. We give our yes, yes. Nope. Give our last. Yep. Yes, but yes, very strong. Very strong on the leadership. It's true. It is true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everything is true. Everything is true indeed, boy. Mm-hmm. Very loving, very passionate. I'm a very loving person. As I always say, well, you tell me don't use the auntie, but I said to be loved by Jessica is to be well loved, Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very thoughtful person, very kind, you know. I like to I spend a lot of time like affirming people, letting them know, I appreciate you and speak life into you and that kind of thing. As I say, if I find I don't care for you, um, as you say, don't take to your spirit. You do you and I do me, Yeah, very kind of protective. More and more, because obviously, but I guess you can relate to when you find that you're a very kind person, people take advantage of it. So I know through my daughter helping me a lot. So my daughter is a young adult. Now getting to focus a lot on like boundaries and learning to say no. It's awkward, it's not as easy as it sounds. It can be awkward. I watched this, someone share this thing with me today. It's a young lady, but I'm not on TikTok. But this young lady on TikTok, she's a business owner here in Barbados, I guess a small business owner. And she was sharing like how you got to change your whole mentality, when it comes to having a business and so on. We have this thing in our mind, if we have a lot of money, it's something that comes down from slavery and everything, right? Anyhow, if you have a lot of money, something's wrong with that. If you, so in essence, then you're running a business and you're trying to price yourself honestly. When I say honestly, in terms of the effort you put into it, whether it might be like new raw materials, things you're buying, or your own labor, your own effort, you're trying to price yourself honestly. That price will suit some people and not others. And it's an outward feeling because you feel bad. Huh? You feel bad to be looking out for your own self in your own business. So rather than pricing yourself at setting a proper price, and then suppose you might have less clients, but you're making more money, you will be pricing yourself below what you should, and then hustling to get a lot of clients, right? To be able to just barely probably break even or just above. Yeah. It was interesting. She spoke a lot of truth. But she started by saying, I am poor. And when I say I am poor, I'm tired. I'm going in the supermarket and I got to count all what the things will cost before I get the cash register. I'm tired that I feel the way when I get the bills, if I have a medical crisis and so on. Which I can fully understand, but I don't speak about myself that way, but I am poor and I'm very careful how I speak about myself. But I related to a lot of what she was saying. So now I'm here and I'm telling you about boundaries and people taking advantage and so on. It made me remember that strong opinions, yes. Very strong opinions, yeah. Yeah. You know everything, Tati. Very strong opinions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. Speak it into exactly. But as I said, this is something come from slavery times, and then you come up in this thing like you're just trying to survive. I don't think it's unique just to the Caribbean either. You come along with this thing. I just want to make enough to pay my bills and send school to children, buy some groceries. We never go that extra step like to think I'm trying to create wealth that when my children come along, they don't have to struggle, work as hard as I do. Or they don't have to start from down there. They can start from here and then work. And then the next generation. Yeah. It's something that would take a while to change the mindset. If I be on here a lot, well, in recent times. No, I'm on vacation in recent times. Yeah. I don't know if you want to leave an email or anything. I don't know how it works. Or I guess I could put my own email in the comments. I don't mind. I will put an email address. All right. I will put something in the comments. Yeah. When I sign off, which is going to be very soon. Yeah. Because I enjoy chatting with me. I enjoy chatting with you a lot too this evening, Mr. NBA. Yeah, it's really been a pleasure. So you see, that's why it's also important. I was chatting with a friend. He's but he's an artist, especially now it's like what we call crop over time. They like to say don't compare crop over to carnival, but I'm saying that for you to understand what it's all about. And so he's a singer, but to me his strength and his talent is more so in his songwriting. So sometimes when he's expressing frustration to me about the performing and not getting enough gigs or having to wait long to get paid, and you know how it goes, I will be telling him, but why you don't focus more on songwriting? So now he shared that something, it looks like something's gonna come through for him. In terms of that, it's a big thing, but he still gotta get used to it, and he don't know if people will want people his age and so on. So he was telling him, you got to approach this with like an open mind and stay focused and stay positive, you know. So I was saying that because I always, as I said, I always come on and basically how I share about doing the decluttering is something that will motivate me, that I would say this is not for me alone. I'm coming out to share a message. But then I get here and I'm open to how people want to interact. I can't be kind of like forcing, I don't want to hear about NBA because I come to talk about when I was no. Because the whole point of it is to come, it's a two-way, it's an exchange. I share and you share and we get to connect and know about each other. If you own your, I do have my own home from age 24. I'm very proud about it. Always very focused about that. And you are correct. I didn't always used to understand that, especially my mother feels very strong about that. All right, so you go, and I will. I'm probably gonna come off soon too. Maybe I'll sing a song when you gone now. Yeah, but you go and have a blessed weekend. Everton Watson, One Africa. Hello to you, Everton. How are you? And how was your day? You're in Jamaica? Okay. It's nice seeing you. Yeah. I have been to Jamaica several times, Everton Watson, but thank you. All right. Thank you for that. Yeah. Beautiful place, right? Beautiful people. Beautiful spirit. Strong spirit. So since you're from Jamaica, are you ready for a Carifta this weekend? I have a young lady, I mentor her, very close, like family friend. So I went to the airport with her. I think that was 2 days ago to see her off, to go to Carifta. I'm very excited. I'm going to follow it. Born Africa, okay. Jamaica, up. You're really into your Jamaica. You in the Jamaica? Where in Jamaica? Yeah. But you come on now that I'm winding down to soon come on. This is the land of my birth. Mr. NBA, if you're still there, you go and do what you have to do. Don't let your phone cut out on you, alright? You made my day. Very nice chatting with you. This is the land of my birth. I mean, say this is the... Oh, you see my... You quit with that. Thank you very much. This is the land of my birth. And me say this is Jamaica, my Jamaica. This is the land of my birth. This is the land of my birth. You plugged it. You're going to full distance with me. I like that. This is the land of my birth. This is Jamaica, my Jamaica. This is the land of my birth. As we hear about Jamaican music, the first thing of is Bob Marley. Yeah. What kind of music you like? I don't know if Everton has gone. NBA. Yeah, let me give you... It's news time. Let me give you 5 more minutes. What kind of music you like? I like soul. I'm an old soul. As you probably figure out, yeah. Soul music, jazz. I like some reggae. Yeah. I like different kinds of music. I like a lot of old music. Yeah. I do. I like some Al Green. Yeah, I like old music. I know maybe you're more into hip hop and so. So your resilience is your superpower. Gospel, rap, country, okay, R&B, jazz, soul, instrumentals, yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw this thing when this guy was saying he's a DJ. Say, which you prefer, like 70s soul or 80s? When he start playing the 70s, like soul instrumental. Wow, that's some real talent, you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Really nice. Tell me, what's a gospel song you like? I want to finish with a song. I'll wait on you. I'm waiting. I'm not. I'm not gonna rush. I just wanna focus on you, Lord. I just wanna focus on you, Lord. I'm not in a hurry. I just wanna focus on you, Lord. I just wanna focus on you, Lord. I'm not in a hurry. That's a gentleman, Isaac Blackman. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, yeah, a gospel artist. And he wrote that song after people broke into his home. And he was home. Was he home alone? Yeah, he was home there with his two children, yeah. I don't know if they had beaten him up, but maybe he thought they were going to kill him, but then they recognized who he was. And they said, we actually like your music and so on, so we're not going to kill you, but they robbed him. Yeah, it's crazy. But he composed that song out of that experience, yeah. Crazy times, man. That happened quite a few years ago. All right, let me sing this song as some encouragement to someone. And I think I do the God so loved the world that you have to go up and get pretty loud here in the quiet night here in the neighborhood. Let me sing Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord which made heaven and earth. He said he will not suffer thy foot to be moved. The Lord which keepeth thee, he will not slumber nor sleep. For the Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand, upon thy right hand. And the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. He shall preserve thy soul, even forevermore. And then the part is going to go up high, but I really want to go up high. My help, all of my help comes from the Lord, yeah. Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. That's a Bob Marley song. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. So I'm going to end on that note. Let that be some encouragement to somebody that you are never alone. God is always with you, and even better than always being with you, He's always going to prepare a way before you. That's how I picture things, right? I'm always surrounded by God's peace. In all that I do, He's always going ahead of me, clearing the path, and at the same time, He got my back. So I'm completely buffered. Nobody can, everything being deflected, nobody can come and disrupt this peace here, and destroy all this goodness in my life and so on. Even when challenges come and things come, I still in my little bubble. You know, that's how I picture it. That is how I picture it. You send in your email now, or I could always come back and see it. Yes, so I pray that everybody watching, you can rest assured and also have that peace. Right? Remember, you're never alone. God got you, and He got a lot of goodness in store for you. All right? I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna sign out and leave. You have me for a whole 1 hour and 16 minutes. Yeah, you put in this email now, or you put in this email in the comments when I'm done. I'm gonna put my email in the comments when all is done. All right. So thank you for logging on, for plugging in with intention to make sure that you didn't have to leave and you kept my company from start to finish. It really has been a joy. Yeah. But I didn't see the email. You sent the email you. I don't see your email. Or your name is your email. I just see my email. Email me. Lord is the keeper, the Lord is the shade upon thy right hand, upon thy right hand. Oh, the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Anyhow, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I do not. That's okay though. He shall preserve thy soul, even forevermore. I'm going to leave you to have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. You're fasting, right? And I don't know how tomorrow is for you, if you have to be out and about, if it's a quiet day for you or what. For us here, it's a long weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yay. It's going to be very restful and, refreshing. It's going to be good. I try to allow all my days to be good, to flow with my days, as I said. And being here and chatting, interacting with all of you has been a high point of my day. So you be good, be well, and I'm sure that we will get to interact sometime soon again. All right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you.